It is Mahala Monday. Welcome, 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 everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody is good. And just fantastic. Second half of the month already. Can you believe it? So it's amazing how quickly time goes. Month seven already. My name is Dougal. Welcome to Mahala Monday. Yes, Rhoda, she's here. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Dougal. Hello, everybody out there. And I must say, today is a much better day, Dougal. It's
Why?
been nice and warm. It doesn't mean so cold. You're not frozen when you get up in the morning.
Yes.
So I'm feeling quite good today because it's nice and warm. So
She's thawed out.
yes, I'm thawed out. But it's scary to think it's July. It's scary to think it's July.
It is. It's a month 7. I mean,
Can you believe
yeah,
it?
when you say it like that, it's like, where's
Wow.
this? I just, like yesterday or probably today, I just started, when you write the date, you actually got the 2023 part right. So I've just started being able to do that. It normally takes me a bit of time. And now all of a sudden, yeah, people are already talking about end of the year things and all of that. So things are happening. But it's good to have you with us. Remember, it's an interactive show. We look forward to have you part of this, of course, and we're sure you got some interesting comments and questions, which you can gladly pose to Rhoda. And what we've done is we've looked at some of the weird and wonderful things that people have been talking about.
That's right, yeah. So, and I mean, remember guys, it's our opinion. So you know what, don't take everything we say as a word. And most of the information we've been getting is
Believe me.
most of the information we've been getting is from social media. So your Sky News, your EN News, your, all of those people as well. So heads up and thank you to them. So yeah, this is stories that we had looked at, and you know what, some funny ones, some serious ones, and you know what's happening in the sports as well.
Yeah, and just kind of where your thought is. Now, of course, we've been giving the Wallabies quite a bit of stick of what happened. So don't worry, we are going to be talking about what happened with the Springboks. That we're gonna do that at a later stage in the show. Don't worry, it is definitely coming. So I didn't see it as it transpired, but be as it may, we're going to get to it. But you've done a lot of work. You've put together some stuff for us.
I've done some things, Dougal, and one of the things that topped obviously all the social media out there and all the talking out there is back to school tomorrow.
Number one story.
Number one story, Dougal.
I've been looking forward to this day, as I call it, school opening eve. I've been looking forward to this day. Thank you. Yeah.
All I can say, been there, done that, wore the t-shirt, washed it, hung it on the line. I'm past that right now.
No,
I even forgot when school holidays started was school holidays. So I feel you, Dougal. Been there, feel you, I feel you.
Listen, just before we go, so let me tell you now, so personally, because I know a lot of people have experienced this, and but before I tell you how it was in my day, so what I just did on the way here, it was like, listen, when I come back, everybody needs to be showered. You need to be done. Schools need to be polished. I must say, I'm impressed because books and things were already, uniform was already set up, but the shoes weren't done. Okay, so
that's very important.
That is now all being done. The people are definitely getting ready. There is a bit of pressure on it, but it's a relief for parents and grandparents.
And grandparents.
Because I've seen mums and dads walking around malls going, they got no idea, man. They got no idea. And shame on the parents who drop their kids off at other parents' place because they got to go to work. I'm one of those people. And well done to us. You know what I mean? But and when they phone, you just don't answer. Don't answer.
I'm not there.
Don't answer. But yeah, it is a relief. But obviously, it's...
Yeah, one of the parents I know, there was a complaint like, please, could they just go back to school? The bread is not lasting. Time to buy loads and loads, lots of bread basically, because the kids are at home all day. So they need to eat. And then obviously one of the other days tomorrow, Dougal, is Mandela Day.
Yeah.
So you know what? That's also very exciting times, and it's very big in our calendar, obviously, as well as South Africans. And around the world.
Do you know what? It is super big, and we definitely want to spend a bit of time with us because we've got a very good history with us. And if you haven't looked at some of our previous episodes on Mahala Monday, where we've actually been big on Nelson Mandela Day, and obviously as well with the For Humanity projects, and we got to bring this in here. We've spoken to hundreds and loads of NPOs, NGOs, and people who's making a significant difference within the community, which is what it's all about. And we all know it is a big day. Now, it's funny that we were just talking about school holidays because I've got a bit of an opinion about it. But just if there's now somebody, because the UN has declared this International Nelson, which happened to be Nelson Mandela's birthday, would have been,
that's right.
would have been tomorrow.
For those that don't know.
So, yeah, if somebody now arrives from Venus and they go, what's International Nelson Mandela Day? What do you tell them, Rhoda?
Yeah, it is basically for me Nelson Mandela's birthday. And then obviously there was another thing that happens, 67 years basically spent standing up for our human rights during for apartheid, to end and abolish apartheid.
Yeah, and that is the 67 minutes that he has spent in order to, in his lifetime, 67 years basically, that he has spent in trying to better society. And what you are being asked is to do 67 minutes, an hour and 5 minutes or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Now we know there are people who, of course, devote huge amount of energy and time and all sorts of resources and all of this. But this is definitely something you've got to get involved in. And actually, on a personal note, I mean, last week I did already stuff getting into this. But I wanted to talk to you about this because looking at, and I know NPOs, NGOs, they get flooded tomorrow.
Tomorrow it's flooded.
Every place is going to be painted.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Everybody... and I just believe you got to talk to organizations, to charities, and actually specifically ask them, do you want to get painted?
Exactly.
I don't think the paint is the main thing, but I'm using it as an example, and it is a silly example. But if you speak to them, they will say, actually, we don't need paint, we need this.
Exactly.
These are the bottom line numbers that we need now.
Every single day.
What you read now. So, and it is good to engage because 1,000 people can't rock up to paint something, but nobody's got nothing to eat, or there's electricity problems, or plumbing problems, or whatever infrastructural nappies and these sort of things. But whatever it is you do, you got to do something. And on this, which is kind of a serious one, just give me 30 seconds on this. Because I remember when I was at school, Arbor Day was a big thing. We used to plant trees galore, right?
So true.
Now, International Nelson Mandela Day falls, and especially in this province, falls now as schools return, right?
Oh, yeah.
As schools return. So schools would not have had the opportunity to put logistics in place in order to, let's say, do something. And let's be honest, 67 minutes is quite a bit of a period in terms of what you have available in order to teach kids. So you can be forgiven when schools don't really embrace it or don't really go aware about it. So I think the emphasis really falls on the parents, but this is a serious topic that you got to talk about. Because like me now, 30 years ago, still remember Arbor Day and what we did. Our children today, International Nelson Mandela should just be part of your fiber. There's no two ways about it. Because once we move beyond the 67 minutes, the vision and what is the dream becomes a reality where Nelson Mandela Day is every day. And this is important. So I just want to put it out there. I don't think schools would have had a lot of time. Because I spoke to my children about it. And what do they know? Because school's only starting tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. I never thought about it that way, but I mean, that makes a lot of sense because I think that's also brilliant. Sense. You make a lot of sense. I must say, well done. And the foundation is basically, you know what, we need to think and consider the next person. And that's exactly it. I mean, and I think schools out there, all the teachers and principals out there, you know what, take note, actually spend a little bit of time, like Dougal says, on actually making a difference. Automatically that gets given to the kids and they inherit that as well. Oh, wow.
So we're all encouraged, and people do this across the planet. They do it across the globe. People are encouraged to spend 67 minutes of their time and choose a charity or serve your local community in some shape or form. And a lot of people get involved in it. And let's be honest, not everybody does 67 minutes because you can take 10 minutes.
You can take 10 minutes.
You can take 5 minutes.
Exactly.
But do something. Honestly, do something. I know a person, and I must say, it's a big shout out. This person actually buys about 10 loaves of bread and milk.
Oh, wow.
And he does it that way. 10 milk, 10 bread, right?
Wow.
And just drives around. And in COVID time, he said he didn't drive. He never made it to the car because he handed it out before he got to the car.
Gee whiz. Wow.
And it's an amazing story. And normally on this day, because there's somebody whose time is very limited, but they make a point of it, to drive around.
Oh, wow.
And where you see somebody, you will give the milk and the bread.
Gee whiz.
And this person does it religiously, and I think it is fantastic. But that doesn't take 67 minutes. It can
doesn't.
potentially take 60, but it doesn't take that long.
Because there's
But
so
it is the
many
mere thing, it's something that he's identified within his area, which he thinks needs addressing, and that's what he's doing. And that is what you
Beautiful.
encourage to do tomorrow as well. So
Wow,
please,
wow.
please definitely get stuck in and make it the place you want to be.
place.
That's
Oh.
as simple as that.
As simple as
Yeah,
that.
and that's quite serious, but let's move on.
Very much serious. Well done, Dougal. I'm very impressed. Then, Dougal, one of the other things that's kind of also hitting social media right now, it's going a bit crazy, is the new Barbie movie that's
Oh,
coming.
yes.
It's a live Barbie, not a doll.
Yes,
Not
I'm one of
plastic.
those people.
Like it says, I actually read this one thing, it says, Barbie fans, it says, life is plastic, is fantastic. So yeah, so apparently making this movie, you know, with Barbie, everything is pink. As you can see, look at that picture, everything is pink. So the suppliers that actually, you know, does the sets and build the sets and having to paint all of us, they ran out of pink paint.
Oh, okay.
Around the
Let's
world.
go buy more.
Around the world. So you must remember there's different shades of pink, Dougal. You don't just do a pink. It's a different shades of
So what do you go? This is just Barbie pink or whatever.
Yes, that's somehow some pink that they're using, and this had to be painted, everything had to be painted with that pink. So yeah, they ran out of pink.
So
I
in
was
this
gonna say
movie,
pink,
just to be clear, this is not like an animation because Barbie's
not.
got like 100 million movies. This is like a real
No.
people, proper person movie.
This is real. And you know what? The character is actually playing Barbie. So for me personally, it's a bit of a difficult one because, you know, she's in one of these movies where she's got the baton, what you call those movies, and she's got the painted face and she's got tattoos all over her face. Now I have to look at her as Barbie. And I'm like,
Does this person kind of look like
Difficult.
Barbie? I mean, I'm sure they'll make you look, even if they got to put prosthetics on or something, but they'll kind of make you look like it.
Yeah.
But does this person kind of look like, but it's not like me now. Like, I mean, I can't get away with a Ken. Do you know what I mean? You imagine me sitting in a makeup chair for 6 weeks,
no, definitely.
and then all you can get is just this.
No, she's good looking. She's good looking. So
Alright.
yeah, so they ran out of this pink paint because, you know, everything had to be painted pink at the end of the day. Yeah.
When is the movie coming?
It is basically it will be released on the 21st of July. Then just to celebrate this, and I'm not done yet, just to celebrate this movie that's coming out now, so the real Barbie, the real human Barbie, in Brazil, they've actually designed a burger specially for this movie. So it is
A what?
a burger, Dougal. So it's the burger, the patty, and the roll, and you see that pink layer there. So
No
it's-
wonder they ran out of paint. Does he paint?
So this was made specifically and specially for this movie in Brazil. So this is launching the new movie, and some people said it tastes like bubblegum. So they're not very keen, they're not very happy with it. It's okay, some people said it's okay, but yeah.
I don't know. Would you? I don't
Pink,
know. Would you?
I'm still kind of stressing about pink in the middle.
How do you pull that one? Oh, this is delicious. How do you pull that off?
Exactly. So the cheeseburger is topped with a piece of bacon, comes with a pink vanilla flavored milkshake, a ring donut sprinkled with pink frosting, and an order of Ken's fries. Not French fries, Ken's fries. Yeah.
Because, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Ken. Yeah.
I always thought he was called Ken because he had a Kennebuck. You know what I mean? Like
He's got a nice long jaw.
Yeah,
but
that
it's
was
not
a
because
Ken.
of that, Dougal.
Yeah. Well, he-
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it will be released on the 21st of July. What is Hubert? I love Mr. Hubert.
All right, so Hubert is obviously commenting on Nelson Mandela Day. He says, for to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others, which is, yeah,
So
a
true.
brilliant quote as well. Thanks, Hubert, for sending
Thank
that
you,
through.
Hubert.
That is
That's something.
what it is about, and it definitely sums it up.
Definitely.
Just back to
definitely.
your Barbie thing quickly.
That's right, yeah.
Brazil pink burger sauce.
Yeah.
So what is the sauce?
It says it's a pink vanilla flavored milkshake. So
Oh,
they
milkshake.
obviously thickened it or
No,
made
but I
into
mean that
a-
sauce is not milkshake.
No, the sauce, it comes with,
It's like a
yeah.
mayo that-
Oh, the milkshake, sorry guys, I got it all wrong. So it comes with, so the burger comes with a milkshake, a pink flavor vanilla milkshake, and the pink frosted, and the order of Ken's fries. So it's a whole batch of a whole lot of stuff.
Okay.
But that pink stuff, I don't know what it is.
It's probably like a mayo that they've
They
colored
put a bit
with,
of colorants in
or the paint
it,
that
or
they ran out of.
The paint, yeah.
No,
so
I mean,
this
wait,
is where
how
the
do you run
paint-
out of pink paint? Da, 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 da.
True. And then one of my favorite things that I love, and I think everybody knows this, my family knows this, I love chocolates.
Okay.
I love chocolates. So there was 121-year-old Cadbury chocolate that's going on auction, Dougal. 121-year-old chocolate that's going on auction.
121-year-old
Yes.
chocolate. Oh, chocolate.
As old chocolate. It was given to a 9-year-old Mary Ann Blackmore at the school that year. Instead of eating them, she decided to keep them. So it's 121 years old. It's been handed off from family member to family member. And one of the family now came forward and gave it to the auctioneers and said, you know what, how much is this going to cost at an auction? And guess how much it's going to cost you, Dougal?
For old chocolate.
For that chocolate there. So I'm first going to give it to you in pounds.
Okay.
It's 100 pounds to 150 pounds. So in South Africa, rands, people, that is 3,545 rand. And look at the size of a hand. And look at that box of chocolates.
For old chocolate.
Can you imagine how
You
white
can't
it
eat
is
it. You can't
inside?
even lick it.
You can't even lick it. Can you imagine how white the chocolate is?
Firstly,
you know when chocolate goes old?
Yeah. Firstly, at 100 years ago, this girlie that got it,
121 years ago.
121 years ago, kept it as just as a memento, just to like, oh, what a
Exactly.
wonderful to have kind of thing.
Yeah. So
Maybe the chocolate wasn't good in the first place. She heard from Facebook or somewhere else, from a chommy, don't eat the Queen and King chocolate from the coronation.
coronation. And if you think of it, back in the day, 121 years ago, if you got a chocolate, it was something big.
Yeah,
you know?
no, it was
So
big.
It was big.
That-
So this is what happened.
Wow, and well done for her. She probably became a dentist at some point, oral hygienist. You know,
Definitely.
like oral hygiene.
There's your box of chocolates, guys. 100
Wow.
and 21 years old. Then my other favorite is animals, especially dogs. So a family member of mine, I always used to, oh, what does Hubert say? Is there again? Chocolate?
Chocolate is therapy in a wrapper.
So true.
That's a weapon
Woo-hoo!
there. That's a tin, Hubert.
That's a tin.
That's how old that wrapper is. You know what I mean? That's that wrapper now.
Therapy in
It
wrapper.
is
It's
hard in a tin.
can knock you unconscious.
Nice looking tin though.
It is. So one of the other things I love is animals, Dougal. I'm crazy about animals. And you know, one of my family members always is, I used to look and I was like, oh, look at that cute little doggy. And he's like, he would look at me and he's like, seriously? That is cute? Oh my word. So yeah, so I find all animals cute, but especially the ugly ones. So there's a competition that's been happening around the world. And as you can see there, look at that one. It is Scooter. So that is Scooter, everybody. Meet Scooter. And he's the winner, Dougal, of this year's World
Is that a dog?
Ugliest Dog Contest.
Oh, well done. Odds-on favourite anyway by the looks of things.
So, you know what? There's contests for everybody. So, you know what? Why can't there be a contest for the most ugliest dog?
The ugliest dog.
He's the ugliest dog in the world. And his legs is basically grown backwards. He was born like that. And then they were going to put him to sleep and he was rescued.
Whoa.
And he's got those little wheelies that he runs around with now. Acts like a normal little dog and he runs around even though he can't use his hind legs. Yeah.
Okay, that's a big Scooter.
Scooter is his name. Oh,
Ugliest dog on the
cute.
planet.
yes.
I think we
In
can
the world.
we
You
can
wanna say
extend that
planet
to
then?
solar system. I'm not even sure it's a dog. I mean, I believe you.
That's
And
a
the
doggy.
dog's back legs or hind legs are.
He was born as backwards. So it's not
So
like
he's
a normal
coming
dog.
and going at the same time.
If you want to say that, Dougal.
No, the dog is ugly.
That's
No,
why he won the
no,
competition.
you can't. Listen, I shouldn't say, but I'll say this. I might have, many years ago, I went to the doctor, and we were sitting in the waiting room,
Yeah.
and it wasn't out there yet. You know, they always run late, so we arrived at
Yeah.
that. And there was a patient now, and it's like a long passage, but where we're sitting, we're looking down this corridor, where the rooms are, you know, people pop up, and there's a lot of doctors practicing at this practice. And this guy came right at the back, and he was walking slowly, obviously. Also walking so, obviously leg problems or whatever. My age, he couldn't have been older, 40 odd, whatever. Walked, and I looked at him, and I was like, this guy looks familiar, man. Like we, like...
Met him before.
Yeah, definitely his face rang a bell. And I still said to Cindy, like, who's... And she goes, yeah. and we couldn't place, and we were, hello, but we kind of made eye contact, did the whole, and clearly he don't know us, so it was, and then it hit me. He looked like our dog, and and we laughed about it, but we couldn't. The guy just remembered our dog.
Oh, my word to go. Oh, no, you ugly dog.
No wonder he went to the doctor. It is what it is. I wonder how dog man is now.
Oh, shame, man.
And he was also limping around this back to front leg thing.
Shame, man. One of the other things, Dougal, and I thought to myself, you know what? Some people got fears and some people are scared, especially for roller coaster rides. And apparently, a roller coaster got stuck on Sunday. Not South Africa, not in Cape Town, not in Johannesburg.
Load shedding, oh yeah.
I was going to say, not with us, guys, not with us. And they got stuck like that upside down.
Ooh.
And for basically 3 to 4 hours, they had to get. Now, can you imagine that, Dougal? You know, those everybody's thing goes down at the same time. You know, when you sit.
Yeah, and you strapped in probably like this as well. Yeah.
So they obviously couldn't release it. Can you imagine that? People all of just dropped.
Yeah, gravity says hello.
Exactly. So they had to get the fire brigade out. It took them almost 4 hours just to get them out of that. So
and there you are upside down.
Upside down like that for a very long time. For me, that is forever. Even if I spend 10 minutes like that. Can you imagine that amount of blood that went to the head? Shoo. Yeah. So there.
3 hours is long.
It's very long.
That's long. I'm sure that's not even safe in terms of medical terms.
Not even medical terms. So
that's long. Yeah. That's long.
So that was basically upside down for a very long time. So, yeah, guys. Not for me. Thank you very much, Dougal. Not for me. So, Dougal, I'm coming to your favorite part, sports.
Yeah, man, it's been an interesting one, Rhoda. It's been an interesting one. Yeah, thanks. Obviously, it was the Wimbledon finals this past weekend, and there he is. Nice name.
Do you want to say that?
There is the man who actually won it. Who won Wimbledon?
Carlos.
One of the youngest. Yes, Alcaraz. One of the youngest people to ever have done it, because Boris Becker, Bjorn Borg won it at a very young age, and then of course this man did it. So very, very well done. He beat Novak Djokovic in the final. Djokovic played in his 9th final. Can you believe? Because sometimes we forget. It's always been Rafa Nadal, Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic. It's always just been the three of them, playing each other round and round. But Djokovic, of course, played in his 9th final. Absolutely brilliant, and sadly couldn't equal Federer's 8 titles. You know what I mean? But something tells me next year, because you kind of want him now to win the next one.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? You kind of want that to happen. But there's a young man, very happy young man who won Wimbledon, which is absolutely brilliant. And then, of course, that was yesterday. And Saturday we had the single ladies women's final.
That's right.
That took place. And Marketa, there she is. There she is. Vondrousova. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, Vondrousova. There she is with a. Because you can just. We go to our house. If you win that, aren't you going to serve drinks? Come on. You know what I mean? Just for the hell of it.
Just for the hell of it.
Whenever I saw Steffi Graf walking around as a child, you remember Steffi Graf walk? I always thought to myself, I wonder if she's going to serve drinks. As a child, I remember. Rhoda, I'm not lying to you.
I
used to think that.
You actually brought up something now. Why is it the men's are getting trophies and the ladies get plates?
That's not my problem. I'm just saying. I mean, clearly by the looks of the things, nothing can balance on that thing, because there's a little emblem thing in the middle here, and it looks like it's all embossed and whatever it is.
Exactly.
So nothing is going to... But I mean, I always thought about, just as a dinner. Do you know what I mean? Like, there, help.
A fruit platter.
I would.
That should look
nice.
If
I win the... I mean, obviously they won't do it.
They won't. You can't.
Because I don't even know if that's like, does it go... Obviously it goes from each person to the next, that kind of thing. But there she is.
Well done.
But you told me the thing about something interesting, that she made a deal.
Oh, yes, that's right. So her coach basically told her, if she wins the Wimbledon,
you see now,
she was going to go get herself a tattoo. So there you go. She had to. There's the winner. There's the proof. The
fancy.
proof is in the pudding. She had to get the tattoo.
Yeah,
She couldn't get back out of this one.
fancy. So yeah, it's as simple as that. Yeah, so, but well done, and then of course,
Well done.
yeah, Wimbledon will officially close obviously in the next couple of days with mixed doubles, all that other sort of stuff. Still taking place, and things are heating up at Tour de France as well, because by next weekend we will know exactly who's won it. But now there's like a it's tight.
One.
It's tight between Pogacar and Vingegaard. It is just tight. You got to watch it. I mean, you can't separate it. It's like shadows at the moment. Can't separate it. But let's move on to the big news, of course, because everybody who is this side of the equator, and especially that got the same idea as me, would be very aware of a particular result. So let's start with what happened in Auckland. Yes. Oh, we're going to that. Yeah, that one you can see, and I'm glad you're blocking the other one. But let's go to that one. Let's go to what happened in Auckland. 35-20 in favour of the All Blacks. New Zealand beating South Africa, of course, on the past weekend. Well done, New Zealand. Exceptional. Let me say, let me just start off, okay? New Zealand played excellent. Outstanding. No. Outplayed proper.
Yeah.
That first half.
The first half.
Because it was
Definitely.
like 0 or whatever it was. Nobody scored anything. And the difference was as well, there was like, when we played the Wallabies the previous week, there was like 2-3 penalties. There wasn't a lot. Within the first 10 minutes, there was like the same amount of penalties. Do you know what I mean? You can't give a team like that. What is brilliant though, because a lot of people now, rugby writers and everybody has come out saying, no, the second half we won because we scored more than them, but that's a bridge too far when you're 20 down in the first half. That's a bridge too far. Scored more points than they did in the second half. But the point is, so there's those little positives, and you got to look for those positives. But the thing wasn't the fact that we were outplayed. We looked a little...
No.
How can I say? No, this is my opinion.
No, it's your opinion. Like I said,
we looked a little lethargic.
Thank you very much.
Do you know what I mean? Like we weren't up for it. And I don't want to say we weren't up for it. I think that we were up for it. But we just looked a little... So tired.
Yeah, no, Dougal. You know what? The game plan was messed up. You can't be having our guys that's basically what we call the... I'm trying to get to the name now. The bomb squad. We call them the bomb squad. There's a reason why they call the bomb squad. You putting them up on the second half. No, we needed to put up a score in the first half. If they had put that team in the first half.
From the previous week?
No.
Oh.
For this game.
Oh, yeah.
If they actually had done that, what they did on the second half, like you said rightfully, they were winning them. If they had done that, because they changed all their players in the second half, if they actually done that in the first half, the score would never have been what it is there right now. Because for me, it's like this. You need to push up a score so that somebody has to try and get to your score. Once you put up a score, it becomes a little bit more difficult to try and get
when you have scoreboard pressure, I mean, there's a lot of ways to look at this. Also, the other thing is, because remember, there was a whole bunch of players that went there already, waiting there, that could acclimatize. Now I'm starting to think, what the hell did these oaks do? Do you know what I mean? We're chilling on the beach, having a baby or two, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And look here, and I mean, deeper sympathies to...
the It's a Bit family
as well.
Yeah, very sad.
And for me, I could see it. I mean, I'm an It's a Bit fan. I'm crazy about him. And I could see he just wasn't himself, you know what? Because he's always a busy one talking and he wasn't all there. So you know what? And I'm not blaming him for the game, for the loss or anything like that, but there was a lot of stuff. So we lost because I just feel that at the end of the day, it was bad coaching as far as I'm concerned. They should have had that squad in the first half, and then they could have removed them halfway through, and it could have been a different score.
Look, hindsight is a perfect science, but what you now said about but those of you who don't know, and I'm sure most people would know, but in case you don't, that earlier in the week or the week preceding this, Ibn Itzabet's father passed away.
Exactly.
Big up to Ibn for actually staying there, the kind of support he got within the team and in the whole setup. Big ups for that. That is hugely admirable. That is hugely admirable. And our thoughts and prayers are obviously with him and the family as well, as I'm sure everybody is. And but we just got proper outplayed. We just got proper outplayed. But there is always the chance to improve and get better. And before the World Cup, we're actually playing the All Blacks again. Because we're playing with Argentina the weekend after next, the
25th
29th.
of August,
Early
we again.
August, we
the
playing.
25th.
Yeah, we're playing them again. Then I think we're playing Wales, and then we're playing the All Blacks as well. So there's still that time, and that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. It all matters on what happens in the World Cup. That's what matters.
That's more important than anything else.
But it was a good run for the people to actually get a test. But once again, listen, honestly, well done. The All Blacks absolutely played fantastic.
Definitely.
Sadly, though, oh wait, here's Hubert. I'm happy that the All Blacks speak during World Cups and not at the World Cup.
Oh, you bet.
They are truly a phenomenal team. Truly brilliant. And well done. And you know, our boys they claw back second half. You want to end strong, they ended strong. It is what it is. But yeah,
it is what it is.
It's one we got to take on the chin.
Aye.
Then, sadly, Australia.
Oh,
Shame Eddie Jones. Yo.
It's man.
Kind of makes you wonder why England said to him, okay, Eddie. It's okay, Eddie. Let you know. But yeah.
Eddie.
The Pumas out of their skins. Oh, it happened last week. But does this... So now, if you take these games and this is a close game. 34...
It was tight.
34-31.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? A away game for the Pumas. 34-31. Now, considering the scores, and this is because you got to look at the body of rugby in terms of the scores give you an indication of where you are. Because when bookmakers get together, these are the things they look at. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Going into it, now we've had 2 weeks now. South Africa beat the Wallabies by a huge margin the previous week. The All Blacks beat Argentina by a huge margin. So just given on 2 rounds, in that pecking order, you would have New Zealand, South Africa, then Pumas, and just a little bit under that, you would have then Australia. Do you know what I mean? Or is Australia also just finding their feet? Because Eddie Jones is a master tactician. You know, we all know how this is going to work. So it's going to be very interesting, and this is the point. Everything is open. Nothing is in stone. Everybody's experimenting, and this is the one thing fans must remember. Leading into a World Cup, everybody's trying out tactics, everybody is experimenting, everybody's trying combinations, things that are not tried and tested. And the only way for you to do it, and this is it. And a lot of people are writing off this sort of shortened rugby championship anyway, because it's not
something to...
You play once and it doesn't really... But a title is a title.
A title's a title, that's true.
Yeah. So
and
that's
it. To go.
What sports are you doing this week?
Oh, this weekend?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll probably be busy again with my house. So busy. So only weekends we have times off to go.
There you go. Anyway,
if we do.
Interesting week it was. So lots to look forward to, of course, for the week. If you're not practicing to join the rugby squad anytime soon, I'm certainly you got your eye on a Bafana call-up happening one of the days as well. But enjoy the pink sauce burger. Have a look out for dogs, because who knows with a face... any shape or form, they might be in the latest Barbie movie that comes your way. But thank you very much for watching. Hope your day has been absolutely stellar and that you have an amazing week. And the one thing, please like and share and subscribe. Please definitely do that. Remember to hit that bell. But that's it from us here on Mahala Monday. Until next time, we'll be back. And whatever you do tomorrow, International Nelson Mandela Day, make that 67 minutes count and definitely make a positive impact. Thanks, everybody. Take care.
See you. Bye.